1, 2, 3, 4, hit it. Boil that cabbage down, boys. Turn that whole cake round. The only song we sing. Boil that cabbage down, boys. Turn that whole cake round. Only song I ever did sing is boil that cabbage down. Boil that cabbage down, boys, turn that old cake brown. The only song I ever did sing, boil that cabbage down.
Take it, Tom.
No. I didn't feel like taking it.
You didn't hear me right. I said, take it, Tom.
Heard you clear as a bell. You said, take it. Sometimes if a fella doesn't feel like taking it, he just stands right up as American. He says,
Agreed,
no.
agreed. Agreed. A fella doesn't have to take it.
You're
not a fella. You're a folk singer, Tommy. You took on responsibilities. You have to take it. You've read the folk singer's guidebook.
Yeah, but I don't...
You read the book, right?
I just didn't...
Did you read the book?
Yes, I read the book.
Okay, then you read the folk singer's credo.
Well, see, I just
The credo, Tommy, says... The credo says all folk singers are obligated to do what?
I didn't feel...
Tell everybody, look at them, and say what you are obligated to do. All folk singers are obligated...
You're to take it. If you feel like it.
No. If you feel like it. It says all folk singers are obligated to take it without hesitation, without thinking, which should come easy. They're to take it like a reflex. Take it, Tom. Boom, boom, boom. So when I say take it, you hop to it. Boil that cabbage down. Take it, Tom.
Boom, boom, boom. Hundreds of years ago, the railroad started in America. Rugged men of yesteryear went out in the vast wilderness of early America to build the transcontinental railroads, a virtual vast spiderweb of steel rails spinning across the width and breadth of a giant young country. These powerful men of yesteryear had vision in their eyes, big 9-pound hammers clasped in their hands. And they went out in the wilderness slowly and tortuously, inching their way across the vast bosom of America. Thought I'd throw a little sex in the show. But this wasn't just a fun job. There's dangers in this job. As these railmen, there was dangers lurking around every bend as they built the railroad slowly across America, across the mountains, over hills. Over hills and over dales, and across raging deserts and over raging rivers and blazing deserts. And they had to build railroads across crevices. There's deep crevices in the ground. They had to span these crevices with these big railroad pretzels, and oftentimes in the bottom, these big railroad pretzels. And on the bottom of these crevices, a lot of time in the bottom of these crevices, there was pumas. Vicious, snarling pumas were in the bottom of these crevices with claws and foam coming out of their mouths, and these pumas are snarling up at these railmen. The railmen, they're just wop, 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 wop. They come up to a crevice, they look like we'll have to build a pretzel across this crevice. And then they look down the bottom of the crevice and say, whoa, look at the pumas down the crevice. I don't want to build a puma across a crevice with...
No, wait a minute.
With pumas in the bottom.
There's no pumas.
There's pumas in
No.
There was...
Now listen to me, Tommy.
Yeah.
There was not one puma.
There was 3 pumas. Mama puma, Papa puma, and baby puma.
Who's been sleeping in my crevice?
All right. There are no pumas in this country. You see...
What?
You see no pumas in this country. That means there could be none in the crevices. No pumas in America.
Oh. We accept everybody in America.
Tommy, if you want to keep your story historically correct, I suggest you get rid of those pumas right now.
I'm not going down that crowd. Well, there was these vicious beasts in these crevices.
That's good.
Snarling, vicious beasts were in these crevices, and these railmen, they'd come up to a crevice, they'd say, "Wow, look at those vicious beasts in the crevices." She looked like pumas, but they weren't pumas. And these railroadmen were sore afraid. Yes, Americans, the transcontinental railroads were completed. Took a Herculean effort on the part of these men of yesteryear. Yet the railroads were completed and a big feast transpired. And the sole subsistence for this big feast, for these hardy, ravenous railroad men, the sole subsistence was hotcakes boiled in cabbage juice. They take this cauldron, big pot or cauldron of cabbage, boiling cabbage juice, and then they just, a lot of these railroad workers, they finished up the rail, they'd come by and go, whoop, there goes a hot cake and a cabbage juice.
They put hotcakes in the cabbage.
And then they haul these hotcakes in this cabbage juice, and they boil it, they boil these hotcakes in the cabbage juice, I'd say, for about an hour.
Don't they get awful soggy?
Yeah, they get real, the hotcakes all soggy.
They disintegrate.
And they go all mushy in the cabbage juice. Then some of the big guys, the biggest guys, they take this cauldron, this big pot of cabbage juice, and they pour it, or they'd strain it and pour it out through a T-shirt. Strain it through a T-shirt. Then they'd eat the T-shirt. It's pretty weird.
Yeah. Hotcakes and cabbage juice, the men all thought it swell.
But every time I'd eat this stuff, it'd make me feel like,
boil that cabbage down, boy, turn that old cake round. The only song I ever did sing, boil that cabbage down. Working on the railroad, working all day long.
Take it. Well.
Tommy, I thought
You ever
were
read the Folk Singer's Guidebook?
Yes, I read the guidebook.
When someone says take it, you're obligated to take it.
I know that, but
Well, you didn't take it. It's not only disgusting, it makes me disappointed in
You're
you.
right,
You're
I should've-
obligated to take it.
I certainly am.
Everybody saw me say take it, and you didn't
Right,
take it.
And I just was not alert. I wasn't on my toes. Folk singers should always be alert.
You-
I assumed you were going to take it, but you should never assume anything. You should be alert, and I wasn't, Tommy. My mind was wandering, and I'm totally in error. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm gonna let it go this time.
Working on the railroad, working all day long. Take it.
Working. Boil
that cabbage down, boys. Don't keep round. The only song I ever did sing. Boil that cabbage down, boys. Turn that old cake round. Only song I ever did sing. Boil that cabbage down. Boil down.
Hi, Torero, she is here.
Hi, Matador.
I feel her eyes, they are wide with excitement and fear. I feel her heart, for it cries when the horns are too near. I will be bold, brave, and swift will I be. I will be Torero Uno, Torero Tino. She'll dream tonight of me. Ole, ole, ole. Ha! Viva el Matador. Ole, ole, ole. Ha! Oh, viva el Matador. I first came over to this country from my native land of Spain, I found a vast difference. For coming from the colorful homeland of Spain...
Starting off, you're wrong. You're not from Spain. You're not from the colorful homeland of Spain.
I'm from...
You're not Spanish.
I'm Spanish, and I lived in a small casa. And I used to hang around a lot of the bars with Caballero.
You're full of bull. That is about the only Spanish in you. We grew up together. We did everything together.
We didn't do everything together. Remember Saturdays, remember you went to the movies?
Yeah, of course.
I went to Spain. And that's where I learned about bullfighting. Ole! Ole, ole, ole. Venga, ha, ha! Viva el Matador. Yes, yes, sir.
It's okay, Chuck. Go ahead.
There were many brave bullfighters who fearlessly faced El Toro.
That's the bull.
No, that's no bull. That's what they called him, El Toro.
Tell me, who was, in your opinion, the greatest of the Spanish matadors?
One man, El Paquito. Like many toreros, he killed bull after bull, and he believed that he was invincible.
That's right.
But you know what happened? His day came. That moment of truth, and one day he finally met his match.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine yourself at the bullfight. The arena filled to overflowing. The crowd waits breathlessly for El Toro and the Matador.
I
That wasn't finished.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
They wait breathlessly for El
I don't know why
Toro
you got
and the
upset.
Matador.
They kept playing when I wasn't finished.
With you, it's a habit. They await breathlessly for El man, woman, and child.
They've come to see the bull attack the Matador. Pawing, snorting, foaming at the mouth, eyes ablaze, blood and guts over the entire arena. Fun for the entire family.
Wait a minute, Tommy. That is not what they came for. They came to see the classic struggle between man and beast. They came for the moment of truth. Now, Tom, tell us about El Paquito's moment of truth.
It happened that at that time, there was a great bull, so magnificent and so fierce that every torero, every matador was afraid to face him. And all across Spain, a whisper started that El Paquito was afraid to face this dangerous bull. But he was not afraid.
No, he wasn't afraid. He was a great matador.
That's right, he was not afraid. Wasn't real crazy about the idea, but he was not afraid. And he forced himself to get out of the hospital bed to face this dreaded bull.
You mean El Paquito was recovering from wounds from a prior fight?
Yes, he'd been gored many, many times.
Oh,
he
great
still had
man.
his stitches in. Yet through his strength, he got up and fought that bull in the tradition of his great family name, El Paquito.
Tommy, wait a minute. I'm interested. What does El Paquito mean?
It's difficult to translate it from Spanish into English.
There's not well, if you had to translate El Paquito into English, you had to translate it. What would it be closest to in English? El Paquito.
I'd say Frank Johnson. This brave matador stepped into the arena covered with stitches. Then came the charge. El Toro snorted, pawed the earth, his red, beady eyes ablaze as he charged across the arena towards El Paquito.
And what did El Paquito do?
He completely fell apart. Just couldn't handle. Just completely.
That's a shame.
Yes.
I mean, in front of all those thousands of people to come completely unraveled like that. That is terrible. He had a mental breakdown. That's awful.
No, he just fell apart.
So when nobody actually falls apart, he had a mental breakdown.
No, his stitches got caught in the horn and just blah. A little bit of Paquito all over the place. Ole, 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 ha. Viva el Matador. Ole, ole, ha, 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 Toro, ha, 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 ha.
Hey, hey, what are you doing?
I'm just shouting at the bull. Those are the words, the Spanish words they shout at the bull.
Oh, they shout those at the... What does it mean?
Oh, nothing, just Spanish words, just, bull shouts.
Ole, ole, ole.
Ho, venga!
Viva el Matador.
We do our own choreography. Now.
I told that joke in warm-up.
I know. Oh, of the world, lend me thy ears. Where is love wrought? Love is wrought. It is wrought. Love is wrought. The world is wrought with love. The world is wrought with love and the lovers of the world. And the world is made a precious, much more precious and beautiful place. Love is wrought everywhere, and the world is a rotten place.
You gonna ask me something?
Yeah, you know where love is?
Yes, I do, Tom.
Where?
Love is here.
Where is love, everyone? Love is here.
It's here.
Where is love, everybody?
Love is here.
At home, even at home. Where is love?
Love is here.
Maybe not home, but a lot of those other homes.
Love is everywhere, Tommy. Love is a beautiful thing, and I think this audience is filled with love. Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Feel it. Think about it. Feel it. I feel the love. Don't be ashamed, Tommy. Love is something to be proud of, to be happy, rejoice. Love is sweet, passionate, flowing. Love is wonderful. It's a wonderful
You're
thing.
right, Dickie Smothers.
Love is life.
I feel it. I feel it everywhere. The song we like to do for you is a love song. And it's a song about love. Not the world-famous lovers we're all familiar with. Nay, not the world-famous lovers. No. Not Romeo and Juliet or Anthony and Cleopatra or Annette Fuccinello and Frankie Avalon.
No, not great.
Nay, not them. But this is a beautiful love. A love that very few people know about. I think very few people know about this love because there's a tender love story of Herman and Sally. You see, Herman was a handsome, dashing, big red lobster, and Sally was just a common beach crab. Guess he'll never make it. Herman met Sally on the beach one night. The sea was calm and the starfish were bright. He looked at her and she looked at him, and it was true love at first sight. Now Herman told his folks about the girl he'd found, and they said, Herman,
My son, for crying out loud. How can a lobster marry a crab? What will the neighbors think? I mean, you got to think of the children, Herman.
because crabs walk sideways and lobsters walk straight, and we won't let you take her for your mate. Here we go now. Crabs walk sideways and lobsters walk straight, and we won't let you take her for your mate. Everybody sing now. Crabs walk sideways and lobsters walk straight, and we won't let you take her for your mate. Where is love?
Love is here.
Now sing like that. Where is love?
Love is here.
In the whole world, and where we live, it seems that all the love in the world is right here, right coming from this studio, the Smothers Brothers Hour. Love is here, beaming its waves out across, washing the people in love. Where is love? Where is love? Love is here! Okay. Lots of crabs and lobsters in the audience.
Poor Herman, poor Sally. Oh, yes, the bittersweet pain of unrequited love. Yes, Herman loved Sally, but Herman could not marry Sally. He could not have her for his very own. For Herman was a proud lobster, and he walked straight and true. And what was Sally? Sally was just a crab, and crabs walk sideways.
Yeah. Besides, Herman lived in a restricted neighborhood. But he had to make a decision, and he blindly listened to his parents. And he made the wrong decision, but then, being a lobster, He had no backbone. Herman told Sally, and it broke her heart. She had loved that lobster right from the start. He took her in his claws and said, I'll always be yours, but still, we really have to part. Sally says, let's talk to your mom and your dad. We'll show them that crabs really aren't that bad. They turned her away, what would the neighbors say? And they laughed at the funny walk she had. 2, 3, 4. Crabs walk sideways and lobsters walk straight, and we won't let you take her for you. Everybody sing now! Oh, crabs walk sideways and lobsters walk straight, and we won't let you take her for your mate. Let's hear the lobsters now. Crabs walk sideways and lobsters walk straight, but we won't let you take her for your mate. Now let's hear the crabs.
Crabs walk sideways and lobsters walk straight, and we won't let you take her for your mate.
One day on the sandbar, what did Herman see? But his little old Sally walking straight as can be. He said, now, Sally, my sweetheart, I could take you in my family. And she said, Herman? What'd she say?
That is sweetheart me. Crabs walk sideways and lobsters walk straight, and we won't let you take her for your mate. Play, magic finger. Unsung heroes of the Old West. My brother and myself would like to join together as we sing the song of the great heroes of the Old West. The men, the rugged men of yesteryear who worked the great flatboats up and down the vast waterways, the vast water arteries of America.
These dependable heroes.
These dependable heroes of yesteryear. For they worked the flatboats up and down the rivers, bringing essential goods to the river towns of yesteryear. Nor wind, nor sleet, nor snow would stop the rugged boatmen as they brought their
Tommy, wait a minute. First of all, they were dependable.
That's
but
right.
That wasn't their motto. That was the motto for the postal department. We'll stop the postman on his appointed rounds. They didn't have a motto. They didn't need one. They didn't boast. They didn't brag like the post office department. No, they did their job. They knew what they did and were supposed to do, and they did it. Right? Nothing stopped the boatman. Nor wind, nor sleet, nothing.
Nor through wind, nor sleet, nor snow, or rain.
Or rivers.
Nor rivers would stop the boatman.
Or floods.
Nor floods.
Or great oceans.
Nor oceans.
Or puddles.
Or puddles.
Nothing.
Or rivulets.
Rivulets.
Or anything. Oh, sometimes droughts. Slow them down.
But they weren't really a happy lot.
No, the boatmen were not a happy lot, for they worked from dawn till dusk, toiling, bringing the essential goods to these river towns of yesteryear, which eventually grew into the great slum areas of today. These men of yesteryear would stand on the back of their flatboats with poles, poling their boats, but they didn't want to use poles. They wanted to row their boats.
But they couldn't, Tommy.
Because
everybody pulled their boats in those
everybody
days.
pulled their boats in those days, but they wanted to row their boats, and they'd go to work 6:30 every single morning, cold and tired from 12 hours of work, and they'd come to a vicious, mean captain. And they'd come up to the boathouse, and the captain would say, "Hi, fellas." And the boatman would say, "Could we row our boats today instead of using the poles? You know, we'd like to kind of row our boats." And the captain might say, "Nope, you got to use the poles because that's the way boatmen have always done it."
Well, what's so bad about using the poles?
Because sometimes in the Ohio River, where this song comes from, the river was over 700 feet deep. Short poles. A lot of boatmen are lost that way. This song tells of the fun and frolic that the boatmen have once a week on their one night off as they go into town and spend their weekly meek's penances on fun and frolic. Their weekly meek's pay as they go into town and dance and frolic around.
Boatmen dance, boatmen sing, boatmen do most anything. Dance, boatmen dance, dance, boatmen dance. Dance, dance all night to the broad daylight, go home with the gals in the morning. Hey-ho, boatman rows, sailing on the river on the Ohio. Hey-ho, boatman rows, sailing on the river on the Ohio. This old boatman went ashore, liked it so he stayed for more. Dance, boatman, dance, dance, boatman, dance.
I'm a boatman, gee, I'm sore. I came home without an oar.
Dance, boatman, dance.
I want to bring a pole home.
Hey, dance all night to the broad daylight, go home with the gals in the morning. Hey, boatman rows, sailing down the river on the Ohio. Hey, ho, boatman rows, sailing down the river on the Ohio.
Yes, the boatmen of yesteryear worked their flatboats up and down the rivers, bringing essential goods. They have these big flatboats, like, see, this is a visual aid. They have these big flatboats, and on the front of the flatboats were piled up essential goods, and the boatmen would stand on the back of the boats. See, they'd stand right back here with these poles, and they'd pull their boats and work their way up down the river. See, the essential goods were piled up here, and the boatmen stand right up. And sometimes they'd stand right over here.
Well, what do you mean, Tommy?
But
when
then
you,
we'd have
essential goods. What do you figure essential goods? You mean medical supplies and things like
Well,
that?
no, there was bandages. They have piled up here in the front, and
What else?
chicken wire
Chicken wire.
and church keys.
Church keys.
Very religious group. They piled up and they worked their boats down the river
Now
here.
you say this is a flatboat. This visual aid is a flatboat, and this is the back over there,
Let's
and the
stand-
cargo is in the front.
That's
portion,
right. The boatmen would stand right back here with the rugged men. They would laugh and smile.
Okay, one question. May I ask a question?
Yeah.
What is this long, skinny thing stuck to the front of your boat?
See, there was essential goods piled up in the front. The
I
boatmen
know
would
there were
stand right
essential
on the
goods,
back.
Tommy, but what is this long, skinny thing stuck to the front of your flatboat?
It's a rudder. So the boatman would say, "Hi, hey ho, boatman, row."
Wait a
See,
minute,
but
that
they
doesn't
didn't
make
row
sense. Wait a
because
minute,
they had
Tommy.
poles.
That doesn't make sense.
That's a flaw in the song. I just figured it out.
Tommy, that doesn't make sense. Rudders aren't on the front of boats, they're on the back.
This is
All boats have their rudders on the back, never on the front. No exceptions. Now, you call this a rudder, so why? I mean, you tell everybody. They believe you. Everybody's listening. They say, oh, gee, he has a rudder on the front of his boat. They don't know. Now, why did you call that a rudder? Why?
well. See, there were well. There could be there could. It's really.
Well, just give me one of your favorite answers. You know, I mean, there's many answers, I suppose, but why did you call this a rudder?
Well, I lied.
Dance all night to the broad daylight, go home with the gals in the morning. Hey ho, sailing on the river on the Ohio. Hey ho, boatman rows, sailing on the river on the Ohio. The roughest men that were afloat were those who worked the old flatboats. Dance, boatman, dance, dance, boatman, dance.
Oh, I know a boatman. His name was Mac. He had his rudder on the front.
Dance, dance, boatman, dance. Hey, dance all night to the broad daylight, go home with the gals in the morning.
Everybody sing!
Hey ho, boatman rows, sailing on the river on the Ohio. Hey ho, boatman rows, sailing on the river on the Ohio. All right, now I've stood this as long as I can, Tommy. That is the worst, sloppiest guitar playing I have ever heard in my life.
It's hard playing it on a rudder.
Hey ho, boatman rows, sailing down the river on the Ohio. Hi ho, hi ho. I think those groups are really great, but every time I see another group like the Turtles, I say, I wonder how they could do so well without having short hair.
Yeah, I don't know how they do
I
it.
don't know what it is.
We'd like to do a song now, a short-haired song.
Short-haired song.
It's a song in a world in which we live, where everything in a world where we look around, we say, what's what's happening in this world where there's things that seem so wrong and so bad, and only through probably the most fantastic thing in the world is people's voices singing. For in a world that is torn asunder, only the sound of people's voices joined in song bring its warmth of freedom and friendship to all of us. So I know a lot of you have come here amongst yourself as strangers. Friends, let's join in. We're going to have was there something else?
No, you could. That's all right.
Here we go.
Why don't you tell him the words real quickly of the song?
It's about, it goes, if I had a ship, I'd sail away. If I had a ship, I'd sail away. If I had a ship, I'd sail away. Sail away, sail away. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I had a ship, I'd sail away. If I had a ship, I'd sail away. Leave my sorrows where they lay. If I had a ship, I'd sail away. Here we go, gang, if we had a ship. If I had a ship, I'd sail away. I'd sail away. If I had a ship, oh. If I had a ship, I'd sail away. I'd sail away. Keep it rolling, gang. Leave my sorrows where they lay. If I had a ship, friend. If I had a ship, smile when you say. I'd sail away. Wait, oh, I just wait a second. I heard someone not singing right over there.
I wasn't watching. You mean you saw some guy not singing?
No, I heard him right over there.
Now, wait a minute. You can't hear somebody not singing.
This is a song where people are supposed to join in.
I know it, but you can't hear anybody not singing. You saw the guy.
No, I wasn't even looking over there, and I heard him clear as a bell. Just absolutely nothing.
Tommy, you cannot hear someone not singing.
You can, so
it's
I heard
impossible.
him.
You have to see him.
Okay. Am I singing right now?
No.
How do you know?
Because I can't.
You heard me not singing, right?
Right. I heard you not. Clear as a bell.
Clear as a bell. I wasn't singing, right?
That's right.
Why aren't they singing?
You know why?
Why?
Now, this guy that wasn't singing, does he know you? No, he doesn't know you. You could be some sort of a weirdo, right? Singing is brotherhood and friendship. Maybe he doesn't want to be your friend. He doesn't know about you. And there's a lot of people that weren't singing because they don't know anything about us.
Why don't they ask me a question if they don't know
Listen,
about
let's have them ask us some questions, and if maybe they'll sing after that. Because if they'll like us, they'll sing. If they don't, they just won't sing. They'll get up and walk out.
Okay, if anybody has any questions, please feel... lady right there. Yes?
Why does your mother like Dickie better?
Why does my mother like my brother better? Because she always has. Mom likes you best.
Next question.
Way in the back,
little girl.
Where do you get all your jokes?
She said, where do we get all of our jokes?
Next question. Gentleman there.
Smothers a family name?
Smothers?
I'm glad he asked that because a lot of people don't really think our name is Smothers. You should clear them up on that.
Our name
is Smothers.
really Smothers, and it is a name from a family. My brother and myself, we're not brothers, but
Actually,
our name...
we're not brothers.
Our name is really Smothers, but we're not brothers.
That's right.
We're married. Am I going to get a toupee when my hair gets a little farther back? No, I'm not. I'm going to... In fact, my hairline's been back so far, so long, that you don't even know that what I have on now is actually skin.
He backcombs it.
No, I'm 49 years old, and a lot of times people say, what are you going to do about your hair? And it's already been done. Any other questions?
Lady over there.
What's Dickie's middle name? We know Tommy's, but we don't know Dickie's.
What's my brother's? There's some girl asked,
My middle name is Bolin.
Bolin.
How'd you know?
How did you know?
You looked it up.
My middle name is Remick. R-E-M-I-C-K. It's a family name. Have you heard of Lee Remick? Remick Music Company? No relation. None. Darn it.
Any other questions? Yes? We have no other brothers. We have another sister named...
Harry.
We got a sister named Harry, so it's... Tom, Dick, and Harry. Oh, our mother is here tonight. Where's my mother? Where's she sitting?
Stand up, Mother.
Stand up.
That's a
Here's my
Smothers-
mother. Smothers Brothers' mother.
Can you get a shot of it?
Stand up. Stand up.
That is
How come you like my brother best?
Gang. And let's try it once more.
If I had a ship, I'd sail away. Sing out. If I had a ship, I'd sail away. Take it, mother. Save your song.